Hey, this is Russ. Yeah, I'm back out on the road again. Yeah, I'm heading towards the hill. I am on the Velotric Breeze 1. Yeah, the Breeze 1. You know, we never did the hill test on the Breeze 1. I figure I better get out there and do it while I can. It's supposed to rain for about a whole week. It's supposed to rain today. It's supposed to rain at about 3 o'clock. It's about 12:30ish or so right now. So I figured if I can get out there before the rain happens, we can get this hill test done. We didn't do the hill test when we did the original review of the Breeze 1, simply because we still had snow. And it was at the tail end of the snow, but we still had snow. And so I did what I could to get the review done. But I said, we'll just wait a little bit for the hill test. It's no real big deal. Who would have thought that it would snow again, which it did. And then, of course, lots of rain. A lot of wind out here in the Chicago area, too. Crazy. So I figured before the rain hits us again, I better get out there, get this hill test done. It'll be a short ride today. We're just going to do the hill test and let you know what the results are. Now, this is about 65 Newton meters of torque on this bike. As you know, the Breeze 1 is a commuter style bike. So let's get past here first. So I'm not expecting miracles out of the Breeze 1 going over the hill, but it will go over the hill. We already know that. Most of the bikes will always get over the hill, but the higher the torque number is, the better the hill climb is going to be. But the whole design of the Breeze 1, of course, as you know, is trying to keep the weight of the bike down. And if you put a huge motor on it, if you put a huge battery on it, that's just going to weight a bike down and everything. What is the weight on this bike? It's something like 46 or 48 pounds, something like that. I'll put a graphic up, but it's definitely under 50 pounds. Now, I did add a rear rack, and I added the plastic fenders. That can't add much. I'm thinking a pound and a half. How much could it actually weigh? Not much. I mean, the rear rack's made out of aluminum. It's pretty lightweight. Plastic fenders, come on, those things hardly weigh anything. So yeah, we're still talking under 50 pounds in that range. Okay, we gotta make sure these dogs, okay, there we go. Great, thank you. So yeah, under 50 pounds. I currently weigh around 228. Kind of fluctuates there. Could be 229 today, who knows? It's one of the two. Now the battery that we have on here now is sitting at about 61%, probably about 60% by the time we get there. And so it's not at full power, but still it should be enough to get us over the hill. Let's see how it does. I chose this time of the day to do this because kids are still in school, and you know, once they get out of school and they're out on the path and doing things, then they're kind of getting in our way. We can't do it. So here's how we do the hill test, just as a reminder. We're going to get to a bridge area, and then we're going to stop right at the base of the bridge, and then I'm just going to throttle this all the way up to its fastest abilities. Okay, and put this on the boost mode. I'm going to put it on torque 5. We're on torque sensor on this thing right now, but it doesn't matter. We're going to throttle it anyway, so it doesn't matter. But just out of so nobody could say anything, I'm putting it up at its best potential. The bike had been unlocked to its maximum level of 28 miles per hour for everything, but again, with a 60% battery or so, it might affect us a little bit. But it won't be that much to be inconclusive. So if anything, you can add a mile per hour or something or two at most, if you don't trust what this setting is for. But really, the whole point of this hill test is just to show you that it can get over the hill at whatever ability it has. Now, the interesting thing too, I had one comment where someone said she laughs all the time whenever I do a hill test because my hill is like a bump in the road to them. That's true, but you know, here in Chicago, we have pretty much flatlands, and this is about the best I can find for a hill in my area. You know, I've seen people walk up this thing because they can't ride their regular bikes without a motor. They can't ride it up there. It's too much for them. So, all right, here's the bridge. So let's go ahead and stop. I'll angle down a little bit too so you guys can see the speedometer a little bit here. All right, so here we go. So I'm gonna throttle only. I'm not gonna do anything except throttle. And I think this should give you some view of the speedometer. Still cold, I'm sniffling a little bit still. So we're gonna go up in speed, and once we start getting to a certain point, you're gonna see the speed's gonna start dropping on us. So we're hitting about 18 so miles an hour. Now we're starting to drop a little bit. Let's see where we're at. Okay, we're going over. It is hitting it at 10, 9, 8, 8.3, 8.3. 8.3 miles per hour to get over the hill. Yeah, that's pretty much what I expected it would be. I mean, 65 Newton meters of torque. Most other bikes that have the same amount of torque rating, I'm going to turn around here, I'm going to head back, usually have the ranges at around the 8 and 9 mile per hour. So it is typical based on its type of design. All right, let's turn around. I don't feel like going into the forest preserves today. So there you go, 8.3 miles per hour. If you figure, well, you know, he only had, let's move you back up here. If he only had a 60% battery, it's now currently down to 57%, having dealt with that hill. You know, 8.3, okay, let's say 9.3 even, you know. Either way, it's not a huge number compared to some other bikes. But again, it made it over the hill without any pedaling or anything. Now, typically going over hills, especially a bike something like this, I would pedal it, right? I would pedal it along with throttling and things, give it a little bit of help. But overall, yeah, it made it through. Not like it struggled where it couldn't make it through, because we already knew it would. It would make it. All right, so who's the Breeze 1 for? I would say it's great for someone who's just starting out on e-biking, or someone who says, you know, I'm just going to ride around the neighborhoods. You know, I'm not going to go for the, you know, out on dirt paths and going for speed or anything like that. You know, that would be the person I think the Breeze 1 would be good for. Someone who wants a bike that basically feels and looks like a standard non-electric bike. That would be the person who would buy a Breeze 1. Because it's really hard to tell that this is even an e-bike. Like I said, the battery is on the top of the down tube, and it's color coded to the bike. You know, there's a lot of batteries are like black, and they sit on top of the down tube, or they sit underneath the down tube. You can tell it's an e-bike just the fact that it's a different color sitting there. But yeah, let me angle down here. You can see it's basically the same. This is the battery. I mean, it's the same color as the bike. How could you tell? So yeah, if you're doing bike paths like this, you know, and you don't want anyone to say anything to you, or, you know, call you a cheater while you're riding your e-bike, this would be the kind of bike to get. So, I mean, there's several modes on here. There's let me go through the modes here. There's an eco mode. There's a trail mode and a boost mode. There's torque sensor and cadence sensor on here. There's a thumb throttle on the left-hand side over here. There's trigger shifters over here for 8 speeds. There's hydraulic brakes in here. So yeah, what's not to like? It's got all the stuff. The only difference is that it's got a smaller motor, you know, a little bit less torque. But you know, based on its purpose, it's actually perfect for it. You know, you add the other stuff, it's going to just add to the weight of the bike and everything. Okay, I don't think they can hear me. All right, thank you. So yeah, if you want to keep it easy to ride, you make those concessions to make sure that you know, you keep the lightness and the weight. You know, if you live like I said on my first review, if you live on that second floor and you got to carry a bike up and down, you don't want those other bikes. They're too heavy. Something like this would be good for that, right? Okay, we got to make sure we're clear here before we cross. So we'll hit the button so people know that we're planning on crossing, and they are stopping, so we say thank you. Always wave thank you when they stop for you. Now this bike does well. This is a bumpy road right here. This is a good test because, you know, some people said that, you know, without the front fork suspension, do you feel everything? I think if you were to push your arms down on the thing, you would feel it. Okay. Oh. Great. Thank you. I think you would feel it if you did that. But if you're light and holding your handlebars and you go over the bumps, because this area is very, very bumpy, you don't feel it so bad. So you got to get used to how do you hold your handlebar. I mean, if you lean forward and you put a lot of weight on your arms, and you're hitting bumps like that, yeah, you're gonna feel that. All right. But if you know the bumps are here and you just kind of lightly hold the handlebars, yeah, it's no real big deal. Yeah, suspension and the front fork is just going to add weight to the bike. So they tried their best to keep everything off of the bike to keep it nice and lightweight. All right. So there you go for the Breeze 1, the final thing that we didn't do on our test, hill test. All right, that's about all I have for you guys for today. I'm gonna head back. It's a little too cold. I still feel the chill, so I'm just gonna head back. Hey, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. I'll talk to you guys next time.